What is Bitcoin mining and how is proceed? Bitcoin mining is the process of creating new Bitcoins by solving extremely complicated math problems that verify transactions in the currency. The first thing we need to know is Bitcoin cannot be printed or man-made, it can only exist in digital form. The second most important information is that the number of Bitcoins has been limited beforehand and the specified amount of Bitcoin is 21 million. When a Bitcoin is successfully mined, the miner receives a fixed amount of Bitcoin. In order to successfully add a block, Bitcoin miners compete to solve extremely complex math problems that require the use of expensive computers and enormous amounts of electricity. The computer hardware required is known as application or specific integrated circuits. Applications consume huge amounts of electricity, which has drawn criticism from environmental groups. If a miner can successfully add a block to the blockchain, they will receive 6.25 Bitcoins as a reward. The reward amount is cut in half roughly every 4 years, or every 210,000 blocks. But the price of Bitcoin has been highly volatile, which makes it difficult or impossible for miners to know what their payment might be worth whenever they receive it. However, we know that a mined Bitcoin can be bought and sold online. It is extremely dangerous that, while Bitcoin production increases, the estimated annual energy spent on it will increase at the same rate. The annual amount of energy Bitcoin needs to expend has increased from 25 terawatt-hours to 30 terawatt-hours, and this situation is above the default energy. I want to give an example to take this situation seriously. This amount of energy spent for Bitcoin is equivalent to the energy consumption of the whole country of Morocco, or more energy than the energy consumption of 19 European countries and 0.7% of the total energy demand in the USA. That is, the energy need of 2.8 million US families. Because this energy is typically provided by sources that require fossil fuels, the air and water are polluted. In addition, it also causes climate change due to greenhouse gas emissions. While Bitcoin mining contributes to the warming of the atmosphere, it does not provide any benefit in return. Our goal is not to end Bitcoin mining, but you can do this with clean resources and regulations. There is a larger movement towards sustainable cryptocurrencies. Unlike the proof-of-work consensus mechanism designed to be energy-intensive, many alternatives are far more efficient. Proof-of-stake, the second most popular consensus algorithm, is beginning to gain popularity. This approach comprises a proportional distribution of responsibility based on the number of tokens owned. The use of renewable energies can also have beneficial consequences for the environment. Cryptocurrencies are infamous for wasting enough electricity to add at least 40 million tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere a year. Owing to this fact, the industry has a notoriously high carbon footprint. In a bid to reduce this, many miners should start to use clean energy such as solar, geothermal, or wind. The Bitcoin mining business can develop towards a sustainable future with proper government assistance. The federal solar tax credit is a law that favors sustainability in cryptocurrencies. This law allows a 30% deduction from the installation costs of a solar energy system and incentivizes miners in transitioning from fossil-generated electricity to green, sustainable energy.